Now it's live. We have about 5 minutes left on the timer. I really can't.
Might as well be dead.
I know I really shouldn't, but just in case. All right, it's getting a little bit closer.
No. I mean, okay, that's better. I had it like real close.
Okay. That's okay.
We're gonna be.
Can you turn it like this? There, that's better. It's not blowing me out with me.
Okay, so we're not having a conversation. Once you start really staring screen, what we're doing.
We're
I'm
tracking.
asking.
Yeah, we're tracking.
We're not on there. I think we need to do it.
Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection.
Hey lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon.
Because I had this
Now
mutated.
back to our show.
Whoa, wait a minute, no touch.
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, so you didn't put that on for yet.
Yeah. You excited? No, you don't have to answer that.
What they saying in the comments?
I didn't realize we had comments. Didn't even remote.
Hubby.
Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Another episode of Grown Lady Chat. And tonight we have a really special guest. So I'm very excited. All right. Make sure you jump in the comments. Who's tuning in? We already have Marquita and hubby. Hey, Matt, welcome. All right. So you have a a male counterpart today for
right.
Grown Lady Chat. This is
Gotta
our
represent.
Yes, this is our very first episode of having a male here. So I am really interested and excited to hear, what comes of this conversation. All right, are you able to hear us? If you can, drop in the comments and let us know. Can you hear us? If you can, drop in the comments. Good evening, welcome, welcome. It is 7 o'clock on the dot. We are punctual here. All right. Okay, let me go ahead. Okay, perfect. Yes, you can hear us. Awesome. Welcome, ladies. We are so excited about tonight's conversation, and I am eager to hear what hubby has to say because we haven't talked about it.
No, not really.
No, like not specifically for tonight. So I'm going to learn the same time you do. And my hope, my prayer is that tonight's conversation can just spark a healthy discussion between you and your hubby. So I know a few ladies told me offline that they were going to invite hubby onto tonight's episode. So if you're even watching the replay, all right, grab hubby or set a time when both you and he can listen in because it's going to be a good chat. All right.
That's right.
It's going to be good. All right. Make sure that you answer the question of the day. And I'm going to pop it up on the screen here. And it's a juicy one. Okay. It's a juicy one, ladies. Boom. Question of the day. Is it okay for married people to have opposite sex close friends outside of your spouse? And I'm not talking about just people you chat with casually at work. I'm talking about you have a male friend. If you're, wifey, you have a male friend, or hubby, you have a female friend. And like, let's say you're having a bad day. You pick up the phone and you call that person versus your spouse. Is that okay? What do you guys think? So drop in the comments. That's the question of the day. Remember, every time you answer the question of the day, you get entered in the random giveaway. All right. We have had quite a few giveaways already this year for 2024. So don't miss out, ladies. Answer the question of the day. And of course, if you'd like to come on and give your, input, you can also do that. I'll share the link in just a moment. But I do want you guys to, before we forget, smash the like button because I know you're going to enjoy tonight's episode. So smash the like button, right? Yes. And spam the comment section. So go ahead and do that. And if you're not subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button as well. All right.
Before you get into it, can I sip on here? I mean, can I?
Yes, okay. Yes. You have permission.
I mean, we're not getting paid for this though. So
right. No. Yeah. We have to cover up the label.
Take that off.
Yeah. This is my my behind the scenes manager here. Right. Yeah. He's the manager of Grown Lady Chat. Okay. All right. We already have some answers. Let's pop them up on the screen. So for the question of the day, we already have some answers. Ladies, if you're tuning in, make sure that you smash the like button and hop on the question of the day. Okay, so Tracy says you think it's dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. And you can share why you think it's dangerous, but Tracy says dangerous. And Marquita says no new friends after marriage unless they become our friend. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, no, I agree totally with the no friends. As we saw just recently, Monique. Anybody familiar with that Monique situation going on with D.L. Hughley? I don't know, hit a like or whatever. But Monique's husband used to be her friend.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm totally against it because usually after the person's married and let's say the husband passes away, they end up getting together with that friend. That's spending all your money. So
so you say no new friends regardless, huh? No new friends. Okay. No. All right. Yeah. Okay. Jody is asking, and welcome so much. Welcome, ladies. Jody's asking, you're wondering how to join the chat. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the link. So all you have to do is just click on that link and then I'll let you into the chat. Okay. Welcome. Don't forget to answer the question of the day. Good evening, Shakima. Good evening. Good evening. So nice to have you. Okay. So that's our question of the day. That's what we're going to be thinking about. And again, every time you answer the question of the day, that's another opportunity to be entered into the random giveaway. All right.
Wait a minute. So let's you didn't answer. Come on.
What? Oh, what do I think? Oh no, that's a hard no. Nope, that's a hard no.
Why?
Because I agree with Tracy. I agree with Marquise. I agree with you. It's dangerous. I think it's a slippery slope. And whether male or female, I feel like I don't think that men and women can just be platonic, especially if you have a, you have a bond for whatever reason. I think, even, and I'm not talking about just casual. I'm talking about you actually have a friendship where you go and do things together. And when you're having a rough day or even something good happens to you, pick up the phone and, after you call hubby, you call your male best friend. I don't think that is, I don't think that's wise.
So what about, like, what was that movie, Brown Sugar, we watched? What if it's a brown sugar situation? They were friends since kids.
Okay, that's a good question. Ladies, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? And we are going to get to our love story in just a moment, but these are good questions that I know a lot of us have. Okay, so Jody's asking the question of the day. It's up on the screen, Jody. We're talking, and specifically to this question right now, is it okay for married people to have opposite sex close friends outside of your spouse? All right, so you asked me about brown sugar. They were friends ever. So once you get into a committed relationship, marriage, I think that friendship dynamic has to change. I don't think you can maintain that because it's going to be a wedge. It's going to be a source of argument. So in my opinion, even close friendships, like, yes, because remember, you have history, you have things that you can laugh about and go way back. You're excluding hubby or you're excluding wifey from that. So whereas this, you had it's in the past, you're now trying to move forward with your family, like you and hubby and kiddos. So in my opinion, no, and I don't think it has to be a hard, negative, harsh conversation. It needs to just naturally fizzle out, in my opinion. But what do you ladies think? What do you ladies think? Okay. Welcome, Jeanette. Welcome. Okay, so here's Jody's response. So, suppose the friend does not want to be with women. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the likes. If you're watching on Facebook, smash that and share this episode as well. You and your other friends, you talk about this. These are conversations that you have. So share with some friends. Okay. And then here's what Shakima says. The friend can be within the church, healthy relationships only, like an older influence. Okay. So Shakima, you're saying that if it's a male friend, because from an opposite sex, so a male friend that's like maybe, an older influence, you're okay with that? Okay. All right. I don't know. I feel like that could still be a little dicey. I feel like it's still, because, women usually kind of look up to authority and men, and you can easily get that, like Florence Nightingale syndrome, it's called, where you kind of, you become infatuated with the person who's helping you. So I don't know, but okay. So that's one. So Shakima says within the church, healthy relationships. Okay. How about this? All right. Matt said there should be no intimate one-on-one time because it can put you in uncompromising situations. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. I think that's like a huge no-no. What do you think about that? Like one-on-one.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. I think you also have to be careful with even just the work environment. The work environment, I think that you have to also be careful.
Right.
What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. How many people have work husbands at work wives? Listen, I better not ever hear somebody say that they know what you like in your coffee. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
You know what I mean? You spend 40 hours a week. Then after that, I know some people went to happy hours and whatnot. And I mean, you grow in that relationship with somebody else. And then I heard a lot of times when they be talking about their relationships to this guy.
Yeah. And so that is something that I want to bring up just later in tonight's chat, just about like keeping your business, Right. So yeah, no, I don't believe in that. I remember when I first heard that term, work husband, work wife, it was, I want to say like 2017 is when I first heard about it. And I mentioned it to you and you were like, no, you hadn't heard of it. And I was like, yeah, this is something that, and I even chatted, who remembers, what was it called? That thing that came around for like a hot second. It's like a streaming service. Oh, I can't remember. It just blew my mind, but it just went out my mind. But it was something where you could like talk to people. Anyway, I was having a conversation with some lady and she was saying, oh yeah, she has a work husband, and she was telling me all these things. And I was like, oh no, I think that's dangerous personally. Okay. And then let's see. So Shakima says there should always be discernment with the people we come in contact with. You can always tell when someone is interested in you outside of a friendship. That's true. I think as women we know. What do you think about as
I
men?
don't think y'all know. No.
I think so.
Men can mask that for 50 years. And let me tell you, I ain't gonna say who it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It better not be
no,
you.
but I know a grandmother who is the side dude or the side chick for a married man, and they went to school together. You know what I mean? So they always said they were friends and whatnot for over the years, and now they're doing their thing. You know, so
okay.
Men, all I'm saying is men can mask it because like they're not going to tell you. They just waiting. They're like we're like lions. We'll wait for that right time to pounce. You know?
Okay. All right. Well, so men chime in. What do you guys agree with that? Do you think that men can mask? We're not trying to stir up anything in your marriage, okay? We're not trying to stir anything, but you say like you can, like men can mask it.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
he's saying that we women might not know if a man is truly interested.
Know.
No, but that's what she was saying. She was saying
women,
that
all women know. They just
right.
Yeah.
So if you get that sense, then you should back off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can tell. Okay.
Right.
All right. Oh, we have so many comments. If you ladies want to come on, let me share the link again. Okay. So I'm sharing it. I'll also.
And I want to hear some stories because everybody got at their workplace somebody been cheating.
you want
I
the
remember,
tea?
man. You remember in Pittsburgh where you were working and one of your doctors started messing around with one of the nurses and ended up leaving his wife?
Oh, yeah. That did happen.
Yeah.
That did happen. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So Jody is saying, suppose he is gay. Well,
hey girl.
you think that they can pretend to?
Oh no, they're gay.
Yeah.
They're gay.
I don't know. I mean,
I wouldn't want it around me though.
Yeah.
But
I still think that there are just certain things that, you know, or certain ways we behave around like men versus women that you just shouldn't do certain things. Like the way that women talk, you know what I mean? Like we have girl talk, we talk about intimate things, we talk about cycles, we talk about, you know, just so many things. And so you're around a guy, it's going to inadvertently come out when you're comfortable, you know. So in my opinion,
we'll see you in the chat. Let's give us one.
Yes. Oh, okay. All right.
No, not yet.
All right, just a moment. Let me do a couple more responses. Okay. So Tracy says the friendship should change and trust hubby if you see something you're blind to. Okay, so basically, Tracy's responding to the question of you know, long-term friendships with, you know, can you transition that into your marriage? And so she's saying no, it could change. And it's true, you know, sometimes because you've known your friend for so many years, you can't see it. You can't see the little things that he might be doing or she might be doing. But if your spouse sees something, you know, it could be, it doesn't always have to be insecurity and jealousy. It could be legitimately that they see something that you don't, right? So, okay. All right. Jeanette says, that is messy. What's messy? What's messy? You say we were doing mess? That is messy. Okay. Jeanette says, let's see. Because that was the thing to say. Oh, yeah. You mean as far as like the work husband, work wife? Yeah. People were talking about that a lot. People were saying that a lot. Yes, we agree that term is disrespectful. Thank you for chiming in. All right. Jody says absolutely no work husband or work wife. All right. You guys have some great comments. Okay. I saw that Jody was in the Oh, okay. Sorry to echo. You might have to. So, Jody, you were saying that when you tried to enter the studio, I had an echo. It might be that you have to turn down. Are you listening on your phone or on the computer? You might have to turn something down, like a volume.
Or if you're looking on YouTube and you come on the stream, just turn off the YouTube stream or the Facebook because it'll be playing two videos.
Right. So you might have to turn it down. But definitely try again. Come back on because we'd love to hear from you. All right. Yay. Okay, you're on your laptop. Yeah. So since you're on your laptop, then go ahead and just maybe mute your laptop.
And if you have headphones or something.
Yeah, or like use your headphones to listen. Okay. All right. Welcome, Charlotte. Welcome. Hello. Nice to have you. Welcome, Grown Lady Chat. Make sure you smash the like button, spam the comment section, which you ladies are doing a bang up job. Okay, bang up job about that. So thank you. And then don't forget to subscribe. Okay, subscribe. All right, and we have Jamie has entered the chat. Woo! Hey, Jamie, thank you so much. All right.
She Miami?
Yep.
We
Jamie
went down
from
there. That was
Miami.
fun. Had a good time.
We did have a good time. We did. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up on all of the comments. All right. Thank you so much,
thank
Tracy.
you for allowing me on the show. You know, I'm a part of the Old Lady Gang.
Okay, so we will make you an honorary member
Hey, girl.
of Girl Lady Gang. No, sir. No,
Oh,
sir.
no.
Negative. Absolutely not. Not no.
Damn.
Negative. Reel that back. There's no. Mm-mm. All right, ladies. Okay, so this conversation is off to a great start. Hello, welcome, Pamela. Welcome. We've already had some interesting exchanges. Okay, so the question of the day. Good evening. Hey, Pamela. Good evening. The question of the day. Let me put it back on for all of the ladies who are just now tuning in. Question of the day: is it okay for married people to have opposite sex close friends outside of your spouse? Okay, go ahead and answer that. Now, I do want to, just talk about something, okay? Because lots of people, are looking or hoping, believing for, love and a healthy marriage and relationship. And so, we have been married now for 12 years. It'll be 13 in August. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me the line.
I had to calculate it. I had to calculate it. Oh my gosh. I go to my church. I go to the Gathering Church. The Gathering Church. Yeah. He said, don't get me to lying. How many of you know off the top of your head how many years you've been married? And if it's like 2 years, that don't count. We need you have to do some math.
Or better yet, if you on here, type in how long you've been married. How about that?
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Do that. Let's give some kudos, because marriage is a decision every single day.
Right.
Okay, it's an every single day decision.
It's like that.
No, in a good way.
Oh.
No, don't start stuff. It's a decision, right? It's a decision. Okay, so all right, Jody says 15 years. Woo! Awesome. Praise God. That is amazing. Okay, we have, let's see, Chanel Smith 13.5. Oh, you ladies are really doing it. Praise God. Okay, Shakima 5. All right. Keep it going. Okay, we have 4 years in October. Woohoo! Get it.
Jeanette killing it.
Okay.
What?
All right, come on, show some love for Jeanette.
Get that dub. 20.
Yes, woo, these are awesome. Praise God.
Oh,
wait.
Hold
on. We're not done yet. Boom. Miss Pamela, 19 years.
Man.
Woo! Praise God. Okay, let's see. 17 in July. Oh my, this is amazing. This is amazing. Praise God.
Y'all got work friends out there. None of y'all got work friends, huh? Work husbands.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Or do you? That's why y'all there so long, huh?
Stop it. Ron will start trouble, okay? He will start trouble.
I know Jeanette in Michigan representing out there.
Yes. That is so wonderful. Okay, so this is a goal, right? And it should be a healthy goal. It's God's design to, be in marriage, right? But we want to try to just talk about our mindset, kind of tell us where you were before we met, because I think a lot of that had to do with the current success of our marriage was the mindset before we got married. So, hubby, go ahead and tell me, what was your mindset before we met?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can relate to my situation, but I feel like, because a lot of people, if we look at marriages right now, they're failing. 52% first marriage, that's 1 out of 2. The second marriage is 60%, I believe. And the third marriage, they're going to fail 70%, right? Mm-hmm. And so I just think that sorry about that. I think that you have to be in a certain mindset, if you will. And sometimes you just got to be, because for me, I went through some things, right? So at the time when we met each other, I was, first of all, I started writing my goals down. Now, I don't know if anybody write their goals down, but I was in a certain situation prior to that. And so I started writing my goals down. So I said, well, what do I want in a woman? Right. So I wrote my journal and I was praying. Like really, I was praying. And I really believe in affirmations. That's what I was doing every day. A lot of my friends was out there. I was like, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do none of that. So I started writing in and writing in. And then we'll talk about further when we met. And it's going to kind of intertwine how we did it, because it definitely wasn't us. It was God for sure. You know, if anything, we're going to know that God exists from the way we met. But yeah, so I started writing in my journals, and I kind of, because my first relationship, well, everybody knows, because you know you did a show last week. I had a previous relationship where I was married and I had two children, and I knew what I didn't want at that moment. You know, for my next relationship. You know, so that's what you know, I was preparing for you, if you will. Yeah.
He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Yay. Okay. All right. So for me, my mindset, it was similar. Here's the thing. I believe
in the waiting room.
Oh,
within a minute. Go ahead.
Okay, so but I kind of want to have her come on and share something. Okay, so I'll share in a minute, but let's bring Jody in. And I see some of the comments, ladies. I'll try to get to them. Okay, but let's bring Jody in. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to a Grown Lady Chat. You are live on the air showing your pretty face. Let me just let you know. I've known Jody ever since we were wee little girls in Jamaica. So
Westwood High School.
Yes, Westwood, big up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you at? Where are you at? Can you hear me?
Can you hear him?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm in Florida.
Oh, okay. What part?
I'm in Cooper City near Pembroke Pines.
That's a
Cooper
pretty area.
City is not really city. It's like country. Pembroke Pines Plantation is the city.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they call it Cooper City.
But yeah. Okay, well, what do you have to share with us this evening?
Well, I believe that men and women, married men and women, should be their own besties, to be honest. Because I told you, this is my second marriage. You're right. Marriage is very hard. My first marriage, it would have been 23 years. But this is my second marriage, and it's going 15 years April.
Wow.
Now, yay. So with that said, even if I have a best girlfriend, I still hear myself echoing.
Here, let me.
She might need a do you have a headset or anything?
I have the earphones in.
Okay.
Yes.
Even still.
Do you have two things playing?
Right. Anyway, I find myself bonding with that girlfriend even more, because like I can tell her more and she would understand, because she have that female thing going that men can't really, well, my husband can't really relate to. So it can be very dangerous, because you know, is my girlfriend and I bonding and she say just get a divorce.
Oh, that's true. I see what you're saying.
Is she single?
So even if you had a boy best friend, he would probably, because he would know how to treat a woman. So if you go to them with good or even bad stuff, they would say, well, he could have been doing better, or you deserve better, even if they don't want you, you know. But they know how they want a woman to be treated, especially their best friend. So it is dangerous to have, whether woman or male best friend. Your spouse should be your best friend. And that's what my husband and I had to learn.
Yeah.
Because he also, even with his grown kids, can tend to bond with them more, and you may feel a little bit left out.
Like, alienated. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Gotta be
Stick
number
with your
one.
spouse. The spouse
Yeah.
should be a priority. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. And I like what you said there that, sometimes even if, let's say they don't want you, but you have to be careful who you share your business with because they have, you have a special place in their heart. And one thing I know, Ron, you
Exactly.
always say is that, like people who know me longer, they'll always forgive me, right?
Right.
But they
Yes.
might not always forgive him for something that they think he did wrong toward me. So
Right.
you have to be very careful about what you share with people about your marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly, Sharonda. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because even with your own family,
Yeah.
there'll be more bias.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
when you would forgive your spouse, your mom or dad, it's gonna be hard for them to forgive your spouse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You said that. Yeah. And it's true.
Absolutely.
It's true. Yes. Yes. Let me see. Oh, we have quite a few comments. Quite a few
Bye.
comments. Yay. Yes. Yes.
When
But
you
that's
have
true.
kids, they're kind of distracted.
Oh yeah, I know. Ours are quiet.
Surprise.
This
Uh-oh.
is yeah.
Might,
No,
might
don't
check
play.
on.
Don't play
Yeah.
for
They're
Valentine's Day.
too quiet.
Something, right.
We'll
She
see.
knows I'm in a discussion, so she brought the Valentine's Day candy she needs to bring to her class. Can I do it now, please? No.
Kids, man,
Yeah.
they're on their own time schedule.
Right.
Good, good. Well, thank you so much, Jody, for chiming in. I really appreciate you for doing so. And yeah, I think that you're going to be our giveaway winner for this episode because you were bold enough to come on
Woo!
and show your
Yay!
face and add to the conversation. Thank you very much, my dear. So I'll be in touch with you after the end of the episode. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Oh man, so y'all went to school together?
We did.
Really?
Yep.
What's
Jody,
what? Okay.
she was a year ahead of me. I was actually in the same year as her younger sister, Sharice. Yeah. But Jody, she has always been sweet and just that same effervescent personality, just such a wonderful human. So thank you, Jody. That was so good to hear your voice and see your pretty face. All right. So we have Jamie saying, woohoo! Hey, Jamie, Florida repping. Yes, yes. Okay. Tracy said, I made a list of what I wanted in a husband. No one, not one that needed to be fixed. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But was whole and complete. I think
Yeah.
that's important too. Yeah. So for my mindset, the only image I had of like a love story was my parents. And mom and dad met when mom was 14, dad was 17. And so in my mind, that was what was going to happen. And it did not. Okay. It did not. So by the time I went to college, I was like, where is he? Where is he, Lord? And then by the time I hit my mid-20s, I was getting just really frustrated. I mean, I remember calling my aunt, Auntie Raina, hey, Auntie, and just crying and talking to my mother and my best friend. And I'm like, where is he? I felt like I was ready. And, I just, it hadn't happened. So, but what I did, I had a list as well. I had some non-negotiables, right? And that was, Christ centered, loving. I mean, there are certain things that I had, some things I didn't even know I needed on my list, but thank God, God knew. And so Ron has things I didn't even know, qualities I didn't even know I needed and wanted in my life. But my mindset was very much like, okay, Lord, I was kind of fed up. I don't know how many ladies, feel or have felt that same way. I was so fed up with foolishness and just, because prior to meeting Ron, I had one serious like boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Their date, I liked guys liked me, but it was only one serious and it was only for 1 month. So because of that, like by the time I met Ron, I was just kind of done. I was just done. I said, Lord, look, in 2009, it has to happen. No, I don't think I moved God's hand any, but I like to believe that I did, but I don't think
Gotta
I
get
did.
mine by 2009. Is that what you did?
That's exactly what I said. I said, I'm gonna get mine in 2009, talking about my husband. And I went into that new year. Like I said, I didn't move God's hand, ladies, but it made me feel good. I probably had a slogan for 8.
Yeah.
I probably had a slogan for 7, but definitely I had a slogan for 2009.
2006.
Get your fix in 2006.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
But yeah, so we met. So we'll share our love story in just a minute, or how we met.
Right.
But that was kind of my mindset. You know, I was done playing games, and you know, it was to the point where I was very upfront. And I think that was something that we both were.
Yeah.
We were very honest.
Yeah. And that's why I say you have to be ready for it, because it's tough transition, because you both of us grew up in different areas, different ways of life, you know, and to come together and it's tough, you know, it's tough initially. So you know, that's why you got to be ready for it.
Yeah.
You can't just want the wedding.
Right. That part. Because the wedding is one day. And then if you add the honeymoon, maybe, you know, like 7-8 days total. But the marriage, that's forever, you know.
You come back and then you be like, man, why are you leaving these socks down here? Well, I was doing it before we got married. You ain't say nothing.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
So you definitely have to be prepared. I know that, you know, which I guess I'm kind of jumping the gun here, but, you know, because we were so honest and upfront with each other in the beginning, you know, I remember specifically, this was our first face-to-face date. And where did we go, babe?
Where do we go? Hold on. Do. Give me the song. Let me think.
Do.
PF Chang's.
Yay! Ding!
Couldn't take you to PF Chang's now because you can't take people to Applebee's or nothing, right? What is that?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think ladies have kind of X'd all of those regular food chain restaurants out. We did bowling. We went to Applebee's. We had a good time. Yeah. But I remember we were, and this is before your phone was attached to your hip like it is now, right? And we were sitting there at the table. We were eating, and I think I got a phone call or a text or something, and I answered it, and that was rude. But well, there's no excuse. That was rude. And you said something. You were like, look, no, ma'am. When we're together, we're together. He's like, I don't know. You know, obviously if it was work, that was different because I was in residency. So that's different. He's like, but if it's just something social that could have waited, like this is us, we're trying to get to know each other. You remember doing that? Yeah.
I don't, but
yeah.
I was just going to say,
No, he did. Because I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you know. So,
I was fed up. Lord knows.
But it wasn't for me though.
Not you.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you.
Right. Okay. Oh, there is, let's see. This is funny. Matt fell asleep in the movies on our first date. He is an awesome man because you went out with him again. Yes? Yes.
Right. You did something right.
Yes. Oh, snap. Exactly. Jeanette, he just came for me. He was like, ma'am, you see me here. I am the one you've been praying for, crying for. Here I am, you on the phone. Right. He almost crossed me off that list.
Hilarious.
Jeanette.
Hilarious.
My life would have been totally different.
Come on, Jeanette, get on here, man. Get on here, Jeanette. Take those rollers out your head. Come on.
Jeanette, stay ready.
She stay ready.
Jeanette,
get ready.
She doesn't have to get ready. Jeanette stays ready. She's ready.
Hey,
Pam. Hey, Pam. Hey, Pam. Welcome, Dario. Welcome to Grown Lady Chat. We're having a great conversation tonight.
Oh, man. Okay, D. Let's go. Let's go.
So, was it North Carolina? Yeah?
Yeah, North Carolina.
North Carolina in the house.
Let's go.
Woo, woo. All right.
I confess to her a lot.
She
did? She knows all the stories I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, well, she can come on and corroborate.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear her side yet. She might have to hit me. No.
Well, I'm gonna have to call Dara. Do I have to call?
Hey, sis. She tell the truth.
Hey, sis.
She's a God-fearing woman.
Jeanette.
Shut
quiet. Jeanette, why you? The comments are undefeated. She said, "Not tonight."
Hilarious.
The comments are undefeated. I wish I could read all the comments. Ladies, after the chat is done, like go back and read the chat. Like it's actually hilarious. Like it's actually really funny. All right. So let's see. Jody says, after your first marriage, you felt the same way. It was 2009 when you remarried. 2009 was a wonderful year.
Congrats.
Wonderful year. Wonderful year. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our question of the day for those who might not have answered already. So, okay, that was my mindset. You know, I think it's just a good thing to know what you want, you know, in your spouse.
Yeah.
And be intentional and pray for it and prepare for it. You know, a lot of times it's not prepared. Why is it not coming on? Did it die? I think my tablet died. Okay.
But yeah,
So-
I and the good thing I did was I started telling people my goals, like what I wanted. That's a good thing. We like to say, tell your go up goals to people that support you,
Mhm.
because you don't want to tell people that don't support you. And your I quit goals to everybody, because they're gonna call you out on that. You
Yeah.
know, they're gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
man, I see you eating that sandwich. I think he's trying to lose some weight.
Yeah.
And I said, get out my business. That's right.
And see, and that's but it's true. It's true. We definitely, and just to add to that mindset thing, when it came to just me putting my head down and saying, okay, Lord, I'm going to just acquiesce, as my father says, just say, Lord, you take it, because clearly I don't know what I'm doing. I remember talking with my Auntie Raina, and she said, she gave me a word picture that I've kept in my mind, or I kept in my mind for some time, of a triangle. And she said, if God is at the top of the triangle, and you're at one corner and your husband's at another corner, and you guys are both working and working toward getting closer to God, then you must meet. And of course, she said, now once you meet, you have to keep God at the top of that triangle. And I think we do that, not always perfectly, as far, I mean, in our hearts we do. We're not a perfect couple, but in our hearts we do. We definitely have God at the top of our marriage. And I think that helps us a lot with conflict resolution too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the Bible has the final say.
So, question: how long are you mad and not talking to your husbands? How many days? Put that in the chat. How many days are you mad and not trying to slamming
slamming pots
and pans?
Boom, boom, boom.
Matter of fact, you eating and you didn't even make them anything. Tell us how long.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Hobbies could be in. You don't want to start stuff. Hold on. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so Marquita said the year that she met Matt is when she laid everything at God's feet. Yeah. That's wonderful. And that's usually how it is, when we stop doing the most, when we stop trying to move God's hand, and we truly just say, Lord, okay, then I believe we're ready. Because I was ready at that point, because I tried myself. Okay. Try to settle. Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's tough. Oh, that's tough.
What?
No,
That one.
No, this one.
Hold on. This one is funny. She said you're still hilarious. Chat is worse. It's worse now.
Oh man, look, this one right here. Go back to the settle one.
All right. Okay. Tina says this.
Look, try. That's the key word. Try.
But yeah, that's good though. It doesn't always happen.
No, it don't.
It doesn't.
I don't believe nobody 100% do that. Like,
no.
We need to talk, honey.
You know what usually happens? We talk until 3-4 in the morning and nothing gets settled.
Right.
And it's like,
yeah.
Then we have to peel out the bed and go to work and take care of kids.
Yeah. Hold on. Somebody said a true week. Ooh, week.
So true. A week.
Hey, that's tough.
That's real though. I think. What's the longest you think?
Gosh. Well, for me, like 3 days. I'm fallen and I'm risen.
You're equating yourself to Jesus. You think you're Jesus himself? You just go.
I need 3 days.
3 days. 3 days to battle that with Satan.
Friday to Sunday.
Oh, dear Lord.
I come in there with my robe. Like,
oh, with your robe? You crazy, Josie?
I said, who cooked dinner? I'm just joking.
I'm trying to think. 3, I would say I might be a little bit longer. Before I truly, I would say by like the 4th day. I would say about 4th.
Yeah.
I would say about the 4th day. By then, I usually am like, either I don't remember, or I realize it's not that deep, or something else has happened that's just like overpowering that in a good thing. Like something good has happened. So I'm like, we kind of just
act like nothing happened.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we don't. Do you guys do that? Like, do you just kind of like move on to the next thing, or do you like talk it out after a few days has passed?
Yeah.
Passed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of depends. Let me move this light a little bit.
Yeah, man.
That light is bright. That's a bit better. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. The key word is try. And you know what, Miss Tina, welcome to the chat. Yes, Miss Tina, we just have to try. We do our very best. We are human, but exactly, we do our best. So I like that. The key word is try. So, okay. And then Jeanette says, just ask a different question. Everyone cool again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. You just kind of talk about something else and you're like, okay, I guess we're talking, we're talking. All right. Tracy, Tim and I are in our 70s and all the fights are long behind us. We figured out nothing is worth fighting.
That's good. Can't wait to get to that point.
I know. I want that.
We're almost there.
We're almost there. That's
not
wonderful.
70, but like to that.
Yeah, to that goal where nothing is worth. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, Tim, how are you? Good evening. All right. Matt said sometimes it's good not to talk, to let your spouse talk to your spouse so you can talk to God first. Facts. Yeah, I like it. That's true. That's true. Because sometimes when you keep talking, I know for me, because I'm a talker, and sometimes I will keep talking myself into trouble. You don't have to agree with that. Smart man. Smart. He's smart. He just said, He didn't say, He didn't say true. Smart. Yay. Okay. Let's see. The older we get, the more I yearn for respect, and he gets very stubborn. Well, I mean, but that's why we have to have these conversations. These are the conversations we should be having, with one another. Amen, Miss Tracy. Yes. Amen. I pray my husband. Well, he might not, he might not. And I'm going to tell you why he might not. Again, your husband, but we always don't know what's happening.
And that need to be in comedy.
What?
She's funny, man.
Yes, we'll get to this. Shut up, that's not true. But no, I was gonna say there have been things that about maybe 5 years ago now, you were praying for God to work on in me. You remember that? And I didn't know that. I really thought that I was like the epitome of a wife. I mean, I was doing my thing. I really did. I knew I wasn't perfect. You get what I'm saying? I really did not think I had major things to work on. And so I'm sitting here thinking, okay, Lord, Ron needs to work on these things and I'm taking it to the cross and I'm trying to, and at the same time, he was doing that as well. You were praying to God and he was like, okay, God, I'm doing all this and I need for her to step her game up in these areas. And I didn't know that. And so I'm saying all that because it might be that your husband isn't sweeping it under the rug, but maybe he's trying to, handle things in his own way, and when I found out that Ron was going to God with it, it really softened my heart because I was like, oh, wow, like he's praying for me. Yes, albeit that he needed me to, do better, but that's, that's good too, to know that, you were praying for me. I think that was positive for me. Yeah. I took it as a positive. Right. Ron, that's when you're supposed to take a sip of water. And he did. He's all
shaking my hand.
Let me tell you, his bottle of water almost done. His bottle of water almost done.
No, should have got me a Truly.
No, we don't need you on Truly. All right. So Miss Tina said, my husband is easygoing and he has an odd sense of humor and tried to make you laugh. It's very odd. Well, I mean, laughter is good for the soul.
Won't you make you laugh?
Exactly. All right. Your life is dramedy. Yeah. I think you are, I don't know for dramedy, but you're definitely comedy. Ron is, I call him my big 6-foot spoon. He will stir the pot. He will stir the pots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do. You stir the pot. But it's interesting to me. Okay. All right. So we have some good comments in here. Ladies, thank you so much for just being a part of the chat. Does anybody else want to, chime in? Does anybody else want to chime in? Okay. So Joe's, how did we meet?
How do we meet?
I'll let him give his version.
Okay. Well, how we met. Okay, so we met like this. Now, like I said, we were talking about how we get to that point. So I was single, ready to mingle, and one of my friends told me, "Man, you need to go out." Because I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of depressed in a sense at that time. No difference than Adam when he was getting everything he wanted. He had a job. He had the flock, and then he was still feeling sad. So I was feeling a little sad then. So my buddy was like, "Man, look, go out 2 times a week." And this was January of 2009. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not that type of person. So I listened because I am coachable, Yeah. So I was going out and it just wasn't fun. I'm like, I'm out of place, but I kept on doing it. And then, so let me pull out the calendar. Well, if you can you do it?
Yeah, I can get you want a
calendar,
calendar?
2009 calendar.
Okay.
So people notice. I don't know if Derek's still on there, but my father passed away in '99, April 3rd, and that's actually when I met my lovely wife. The gift from me.
Yay! He just racking up them points, ain't he, ladies?
That's right. But so I was going out, and then this one particular time, I remember I got off of work, and this is why you need to tell your goals to people. So I told my one friend, I said, yeah, you trying to go out? He's like, well, yeah, I'm going to this First Friday. I'm like, what's that? It's in Pittsburgh. And I was like, well, how do you dress? He's like, he told me how to dress. So once I got off of work, took a shower, and I really didn't want to wear, because you had to wear dress shoes to get in. And I really didn't want to wear dress shoes. So I had my Air Forces. They were in back then. So don't.
I like Air Forces.
I had some white Air Forces. And I had my dress shoes in the car. So I was like, man, I'm going to try. So when I walk up there, and I'm trying to get in, I'm trying to look over, see what the guys got on. And so when I get to the door, he was like, you can't get in. I was like, why? He's like, your shoes. And I said, oh, okay. So I pleaded with him pretty much. I was like, all right, look, I got my shoes in the car. I just wanted, I didn't know. So his heart was softened, because usually they won't let you in if you ever go to the club till next week.
I mean, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I went to the car, changed, and then I got in. So I'm going to leave it there, and then I'll come back to my story. So you can talk about leading up to it.
All right. So remember, I said at the top of the year, I said my little statement, my affirmation. I'm getting mine in 2009. Okay. So I remember I talked with my mom, and I was like, I'm so fed up with these guys, or the lack thereof. The people, they just weren't measuring up, and I was just fed up. So for New Year, I was like, well, I'm in a new city, because I was in Pittsburgh. I didn't know anybody. I was in residency. I didn't really hang out much with my residency people. So it was just me. And I was like, well, I need to get into a church, meet some people. So for New Year, I don't even know how I found this church. Okay. But I knew that to ring in the new year, I wanted to be in church. So I found this church, and I went there once. I don't think I ever went back after, that's what I'm saying. I believe that it was God ordained. Mm-hmm. So I go to this church, and, it's like, was it watch night service? I don't know what it was called, but we rung in the new year, and I made sure to sit beside this, young Black girl who was around my age. She was well dressed. She just seemed really nice and pretty. So I made sure to sit beside her. She was there by herself as well. So, I'm still young. I'm trying to meet people, Jesus and kicking it in the new year. And also as soon as the service was over, I saw her get up, and I said to her, hey, what are you doing after this? And it, how we did, right? So it's like, okay, what you doing after this? But that's how I am. I'm very outgoing. So she was like, oh, I'm going to go to this spot. It was a club. And so I was like, okay. So I drove my car. I went there, and, I followed her, and we went, and we didn't talk when we were there. I literally met her for that moment only. Because when we got there, we did not talk with each other. We didn't, sit with each other, nothing. She went her way. I went my own way. And I think I might have spent like maybe, I don't know, like an hour or two there, just listen to the music. It was a nice, clean environment. And so I was like, okay, cool. So now I know this place to come. It seemed like a nice establishment. So I went home, and that was that. It's just January. Well, here it was. I was still in residency in the month of April, and it was Friday. And I remembered, I was on call. So I really couldn't do much, because, when you're on call, you have to be available if your pager goes off to go to the hospital. So I really couldn't do much, but it was Friday, and I was like, I really want to just do something, because I'm here in this city. I need to meet people. So I was on the phone with my best friend at that time, and I was like, girl, I just feel like I'm so bored. I want to go do something, but I don't know what to do. She's like, well, it's Friday. Do you know of anything happening? And I was like, oh, I remember that place I went to, that club. They had a First Fridays. And so I remember, and I meant to actually like wear the shirt, because I kept it, the sweater. I meant to keep it, or to put it on tonight. But I remember I was getting dressed, and I was like, ladies, sometimes like you want to go out, but you don't feel like going through the whole process of hair, makeup, outfit, change your outfit 3 times, change your shoes. I didn't feel like doing all of that, but I wanted to be out. So I'm on the phone with my best friend and she's like, girl, go out and do something. Like you said, okay. So I did it. And I don't even know how I got there because I'm not great with directions. I only went to that place once in January and somehow found my way there again in April. And then I went in.
All right. So real quick, we're gonna put on our sponsor.
Okay. You haven't responded. Which one?
You.
Which one?
Jewelry.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's
Put
it?
our sponsor
Okay.
up.
All right. Take a moment. We'll be right back.
Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection.
So Valentine's is coming up, so definitely, get you something special.
Yes. And we actually have new pieces that are loading on the website today, tomorrow, and for the over the weekend. So check them out. Okay. The link is in the description box.
Yeah, so when I got to the door, I finally got in. Right. So this is why I know it had to be God. It had to be. There's no way I can control this whole situation. So I'm in there and I'm a little nervous, I'm like what Jeanette was saying. I was shaking my drink. I needed some in my hand. So I see a bar and it's so packed in there. Do you remember? It was really packed. Yeah, it was so packed in there. So I went, my one friend already was in there. So I'm looking for him. Then I'm like, let me just get a drink. So I'm waiting, trying to get through this line. And when you go to a bar, trying to get in there. And I couldn't get in there. I'm like, man, I'm getting frustrated. So I see my friend walking with the drink. And he's already in game mode. He's just jumping up, And then I say, yo, where'd you get that drink? He's like, oh, go in the other room. Because there was like 3 rooms. And it was like jumping. So I said, okay, cool. So I slide through the line. I don't know what song they were playing, but So then once I get to the 3rd room, if you can picture it, there's a refrigerator where they had the drinks, and there was an end of the bar. All right. The bar was there. So I said, oh, I could slide in there and then maybe I can get the attention of the bartender. So I get there and I'm looking and it's the same situation. I'm like, oh, I need something to drink. So next thing you know, I'm seeing these arms flailing and dancing like in the seat. And I'm like, I look down like, so my first reaction was, I'm like, you really dancing in that seat, ain't you?
That's exactly what he said.
And then she was like, she said something to me. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. That's on my list. Because I said I wanted somebody foreign. I was like, chat. I wanted somebody foreign. I was like, where are you from? Jamaica. Remember?
Yep.
I was like, game mode. So go ahead.
Okay. So there I was sitting at the bar and I had shoes that were cute, but they weren't cute enough to dance in. Okay. They were cute, but my feet were going to hurt if I started to like really dance. Mm-hmm. So I'm a chair dancer, ladies. When the music is good, but it's not good enough to hurt, but it's a good beat, right? So mm-hmm. I was chair dancing. And so he did. He was like, you were dancing in that chair, aren't you? And so I was like, yes, we start talking. He did ask me. And then the next thing for me, he asked me, it was the Jamaica look. Yes, it was. You already know, sis. You already know. So the next thing he asked me was, we got to talking and he said, well, like, what do you do? And at that time I was, still in residency. Did I tell you what I did? Yes, I did. So I was like, oh, well, I'm in residency. I'm a doctor. And here's what did it for me in that conversation. Anytime I had said that to another guy, I got a certain response. Their eyes either got really big and they just saw dollar signs and you could just tell they were like, oh yeah, they're in it for the money, or they would like scamper away like, oh, I can't deal with it, doctor, I can't deal with it, and they would bounce. But with him, he was so cool. He was like unfazed. He was like, oh, okay.
It might have been because she was speaking in patois and I didn't understand.
The truth comes out all these years later.
I'm like, what'd she say? Me, no. How you
You are so
cha? Sorry, no, that
true.
wasn't it. That wasn't it. Just joking.
You're a mess.
I was joking.
You're so, but it's true. Like I was so impressed by the fact that he did not bat an eye. It was just like, okay, I respect it. That's good. But it wasn't something, it wasn't a deal breaker for him. And that was what, in that moment that drew me to him, like, oh, well, let me get to know this person because he's clearly not superficial and he's also self-assured.
Mm.
And just from that one response, that I got all of that.
Right.
And so then what happened next?
Okay, so I proceeded to say, now I have to back up again. Okay, so when I used to go out, I would see my friend. He was aggressive African, and he would just, when he see a girl, he'll just yank him over. I'm like, isn't that offensive? And they'll just dance with him for like 6 or 7 songs. I'm thinking you gotta ask the lady, do you like to dance? So I asked her, and she straight dissed me, man. I was like, what did I say? I was like, would you like to dance? She said, no, this ain't my song. Now I heard that so many times. Now in the chat, is that a diss when somebody asks you to dance and you say some lie?
It was not a lie.
That's a diss?
It was not a, okay, ladies.
Put it in the chat. That's a diss, right?
Okay, is that
so
a diss?
I walked away.
No, that I was not trying to diss him. I'm telling you, I was at the point where I was fed up.
Wait, you're
I
dancing.
was fed up. I was not going to.
You're dancing in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Then I asked you to dance, and you say no.
No, but I didn't just say no. I said not to this song because my feet were going to hurt.
No, you said I didn't like the song or something.
Yeah, I said about my feet. I did, but he took it as, oh, another girl saying, and I wasn't. I really meant it. I was like, another song, come find me and we'll dance.
Like I said.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Miss Tina. I wasn't.
So I picked my face up and walked away.
I wasn't trying. I was just trying to be very honest.
This was the Lord, man. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
I was just being honest because, prior to that, I probably would have, hobbled out there and gone through pain.
See, she didn't have the crew. Have you ever had like a dude come up to dance to you and you have the dude, your girl right there, and they look at him and say, you just walk away because he was ugly?
I have, yes, because that's why you go out with your friends so that they can see.
Y'all choreographed this whole thing.
We have to take care of one another. I'm sure guys have a certain code too.
No,
you guys don't have a way of saying she's not. Really?
No, they just go for themselves. They just hunting.
Where is Matt?
And then at the end of the night,
where is Tim? Come on.
Then at the end of the night, you can see who didn't get a number because they on their phones, like they talking to somebody on the side.
But I'm saying, as guys, you guys don't have a way of communicating.
No, we go in there and like wild animals. That's what we do.
I know, but I'm saying, so your friend doesn't help you. You don't have wingmen. That's not a real thing. We see it in the movies all the time.
First off, if you're talking about white folks, white people don't talk to. They usually come in groups where they know each other.
Right.
They don't talk to new people.
Wing.
No. They bring the girls to the club.
So you're saying that black men don't have wing people?
No, not at all. Maybe fraternity guys, but not no random. We going out. Nah.
Okay.
It's like
Tracy said, Miss Tracy gonna put me on blast. She said I should have danced barefoot. You know what, ladies?
See?
You know what?
I do it at weddings.
You know what, ladies?
See, yeah. So,
even Miss Tracy saying that I should just dance barefoot. But right. But I did. Okay, all right, okay.
So
well,
I walked away.
You did, but and I sat there because I had a good conversation. It's just my feet were hurting. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Hold on. We have Matt. Matt came on and said no code.
So, yeah. See?
Well, we have a code, lady. We have a code. Let's see. His wife and listening. Okay. Well, so now we have.
And y'all know y'all go to the country club together.
No.
You don't just randomly.
No. Okay. But say your husband, is there a code? Miss Tina, ask him if he'd be so kind to help us in this lighthearted debate. Yeah. Okay.
We're not that smart.
He said, he did come back. Okay, so that's the thing, right? So he did. He came back after I said no because, okay, what song was playing?
All right, well, you got to lead up to it. It was a few songs before, because I went out to the dance floor.
And probably did what? Try to ask, right, you were hunting.
I see my friend out there. He was already with somebody. So I'm like, all right, well.
So you went to hunting.
I'm hunting. And then that song came on. What was the song?
I know it.
Blame It on the Alcohol. And then all of a sudden her feet stopped hurting.
No, because that was a song that I wanted to dance to. So I did. I got up and I started dancing. And what did you do?
Okay, so she walked right by me.
That's not true.
Listen, no, this is the truth.
Embellishment.
No. You did.
I walked by you?
Yes, you were walking to the dance floor like this way. So I had to grab your arm and yank you. That's why I brought that story up. Because my friend taught me, because he went out every day. He's a drunk, but anyway, he's not anymore. He's for the Lord now.
He's not in the streets.
But I watched him. So when I saw her walk by, I yanked her, I grabbed her over. You did. And it worked. I said, what? It worked?
No, it wasn't aggressive, but I do remember him like holding me and guiding me back to him. You say yank. I wasn't yanked because I mean,
your head ain't
right,
back,
exactly, right. It wasn't like,
but it was a tug, like,
yeah,
get over here.
Yeah, you did that, and then we started dancing.
Yeah, that's what happened. And we started, and then next year, we started dancing for like quite a few songs at this point, right? So this whole time, because I know y'all game. If y'all like the songs, y'all dance, and then y'all just walk away like we ain't have a relationship. We ain't have a whole 5-song relationship, and y'all just walk away. So
not 5-song relationship.
Yeah, I thought we had a relationship. So yeah. So I thought, so the whole time I was like, I'm gonna get her number, and I'm gonna talk in her ear. She either think I'm gonna be weird, or she'll give her that number.
You did talk in my ear the whole time.
She's like, give me one word and start dancing again, like,
because
it's like purple.
I love to dance, like once that music hit me. But you did,
yeah, I did.
So that was your reason.
That was my whole plan. Yeah, I was like, you're not walking away. You're not walking away till I get that number.
That's.
So I was like, what was that? Oh, Snooki.
You remember? Yeah, that was a.
But
what's your name?
I was like, what's your name? Shay. What color you like? Purple, green. But yeah, that's what happened.
That's funny. Okay. Miss Tina says she believed your side of the story.
It's the truth. Nothing but the truth.
Well, yeah, so we did. So he pulled me toward him and we started dancing. And we did. We danced for quite a few sons. Yeah. And we did. We got to, and he was talking and, I asked him questions about himself. And then, now here's the thing though. So we exchanged numbers, right?
Yeah, I gave you my card.
Yes. He gave me his card.
I slid it in this. We was dancing like this. I slid it in the cleavage.
No, you did not, sir.
I'm lying.
He is telling so many stories.
Now, that was a lie.
That was a lie.
I'm losing my credibility.
Right, yeah, no.
Lady chat.
No.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. But he did give me his business card. And, I was like, okay. So he's employed. Okay. Check. And then after that, I gave him my information. But for me, I did not, because of the type, the mindset. I was not, I don't deal with certain things like after dark, like we don't do all that. Like, I don't know you. So for me, even though I gave him my number that night, I did not want him to call me that night. And because he didn't, he got another point because I'm like, what you call me after midnight for? Like nothing, you don't want anything good after midnight. So I was like, please, Lord, please, Lord, don't let him call me because then he would have lost some cool points. Yeah. So he didn't call, and I'm grateful that he did not call. He didn't call until the next day.
It's actually Sunday. Do you have that calendar?
I do.
I believe it was the 5th.
I do because you called me that Sunday.
Yeah,
no, you sure you didn't come back Saturday?
No, I didn't because I was busy. I was working and stuff.
Rare.
Yeah. It was Sunday because I was picking my kids up. Remember? And
see, I didn't know what you were doing at that time.
Yeah. And they were over, so then it's my call.
Oh, so we met on a Friday. We did we text on Saturday?
No, I didn't call you. I didn't contact you the 5th. Yep.
But you wanted to. Yeah, you're trying to act small. You didn't want to.
I'm shy.
Nah, he's not shy. Okay, so Daria sis says no to the question of the day. She's not about that extramarital friendships. Okay. And Jeanette said he fell asleep. I did my thing on the dance floor. He was tired for a whole 24 hours. Yes, he was dancing hard. See, exactly. Yeah. So we talked on, I think that Sunday, and I would say that we've talked every day ever since.
Not that I would give
No,
it.
we did.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you when we did do that, but
No,
that
we were
wasn't that time.
talking. We
It
talked.
wasn't like that though, because
You
you were busy. Remember, you were
Oh
on.
no,
You was
we
on the rounds.
emailed.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We did email. We did email. That's what it was.
Right. So we were talking like that.
We
and,
did a lot of email,
and
which
so-
is sweet. Because he would
Yeah.
write me these long
That
emails.
just told you how old we are. Email.
I know it wasn't even like text message, guys. It
No
wasn't
FaceTime.
no FaceTime, nothing. I have them in my Yahoo email account. Remember I showed you those?
Mhm.
Yeah, we emailed back and forth, and
And
I
I
would
think
look
that's the
forward
only
to
thing
that.
that you can look at because you was in like the ER room or something. I don't know if
Yes,
you could
yep.
get texts.
I couldn't get text. I couldn't hardly get calls, but emails came through because whenever I had reception, they would just,
Right.
they would come. So I would tell you, yeah, just email me. Oh,
Right.
that's true.
Yeah.
We did
So put the
email.
camera up. So
we emailed a lot.
Right.
Okay.
So the week of the let me see. Okay, that week, right? That's
Mhm.
our first actual date was that day because it was 2 weeks after.
The 17th?
Yep, that Friday. And I asked you that week. I said, no, we were talking a little bit because that's how I knew a little bit about you.
Yeah.
And I think one of the conversations we had, you were talking about your public speaking business,
Mhm.
and at that time I was in the, building myself and personal development. And when she said that, I was like, that really attracted me. I was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
So that's when we really started clicking. When
Mhm.
we had something in common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're talking about like books and speakers and we were like, oh, this one, you're that one. So yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
what
right.
really.
Yeah. Then I asked you on a date because you told me where you wanted to go
Mhm.
indirectly. I was
Yeah.
just listening.
Yeah.
And then we set up for that Friday. I
Yeah.
remember.
The 17th.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's the day.
That's that, huh?
Yeah.
Yay.
But the significant part of that about that weekend
Mhm.
is because that's when we start being around each other every day. Because that 18th, she asked me to her place
Mhm.
to paint. To paint
I had
a cabinet.
No, it was a dress up.
She was trying to get me up there.
I was, but I really did have a dress up that I wanted help paint.
Asked us if we painted.
We did not. We ended up going to Walmart to get the paint. There was no paint bought.
No, we didn't look for paint. We looked for fish.
Well, listen, I'm telling you. So we went to Walmart to get paint. So remember, we had been talking on the phone
We did not
for
go to the
like
paint
2
area.
weeks. We did not. We ended up not going to. We got fish.
Right. Yeah, you got your little aquarium.
I did. I got an aquarium.
Yeah.
That was random.
Right.
But I wanted to see him.
And then Sunday, we kicked it.
Yes.
And then I remember we ordered some food. And Monday I remember we was watching USA. You were dictating or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
So that whole week we was chilling together for like a
that
good
was
4 or
fun.
5 days strong. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. So that's how it went. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
And I concur.
Yeah.
Wow. He remembers dates and all.
Yeah,
Okay.
I remember all that. Yeah.
Check.
I remember that.
He still hits all the boxes.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Good deal. All right. Let's see. We have some. Patrick and I spoke every day since he took my number. See, and you're still together.
We gotta talk about this. See, men know what they want. It does not take 2, 3, 5 years to figure it out. When men want you, they don't want nobody to have you. That's what it is.
So then when you see somebody in like a relationship, a grown person who has to get in
situationship, that's what they call it.
Oh, that's what you'd say it is. Then when you're dating for years.
Yeah. So they're still fishing. That's what they're doing.
Well, okay. Oh, April has entered the chat.
Oh man, if you get April entering that on here,
April has entered the chat. April says absolutely.
You know what you want, Had to throw that real.
Why you have to talk so hard?
Fighting.
Why?
Get over here.
All right, so we have another sweet thing here. Sean and I would fall asleep together on the phone. Oh, that's like Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. Yes, Jamie, he is getting those brownie points.
We gotta go to Miami again.
We do. We need to go to Miami. All right.
Man, I remember I put lotion on. I didn't know. You put lotion on in Miami?
Barely.
I'll
be honest.
I love Jamie's house. I was cooking out there trying. Her grandma told me to take out the garbage. I'm like, it was so hot.
Yeah, no, Miami. I think I might just lotion my feet That's it.
I ain't know the protocol.
Yeah, you can't lather up in
I was out there
Miami.
sizzling.
That's funny. Let's see. Oh, these are so many good comments, ladies. Okay. So Tracy wants to know, when did I meet your kids? When was that?
I remember.
When?
It was like
I remember the meeting itself, but I don't remember when.
I think it was
in the relationship.
It was like a month or almost 2 months. It was like closer to June. Because I invited you over. It was before your event.
Oh man.
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
He is really putting me to shame here. It's true.
Yeah.
It was because I had was it the graduation? Or
yeah, it was before the graduation. It was like a week or two before.
Right. The ceremony thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, because we were getting very serious, like emotionally. And I remember I met them. Yep. So I came over his house and I met them, and they were just looking at me like just their faces, they were just cheesing like.
I had a talk with them prior to that. I was like,
the truth comes out.
Oh no, I told you that.
That you had a talk? Oh,
well,
you mean like, yeah.
Yeah, and they were just looking at me like.
And then they looked at me the whole time. So
they looked at your feet, looked at your head. Like,
yep, they were just like, okay. And you made dinner. You made chicken Alfredo.
Yeah.
And it was so good, so good, and it has not stopped since. Your cooking skills, they just keep top tier. Absolutely. So yeah, I do. I remember that. I came over that night and I met them.
Yeah. So
it's about what, 2 months? So April to May. Yeah, about 2 months.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, Jody's saying come. Ooh, so now we have another place to visit in Florida. Ooh.
We go to Michigan, but it's too cold up there now.
Yeah, we have to wait on that.
Summer, so. We
have to wait. Okay. Yes, I agree, Mark. You need to be. We need a part 2 to this discussion. I'm glad you ladies are enjoying it. Let's see. I knew you was going to say he made me marry. She called it "marry me chicken."
Hey, that's the black meal, boy. That's like our rice and peas.
Rice and peas on curry goats. Chicken Alfredo. It was good too. It was so good. Marry me chicken. It's true. Yeah, Florida does. I think most parts in Florida can give you that like Caribbean, Jamaican feel. The food, the weather, the people, It sure is. Cooking is the way. They say it's to a man's heart, but I feel like, what do you think? Well, I know as a woman, when that, the good food,
yeah,
because you put in love into it. Like, I believe that's one of your love languages toward myself and the family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Still makes great jerk chicken. So Patrick is Jamaican. Okay. I didn't know that.
Nice.
He had me with that jerk chicken. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Good deal. Anybody else want to come on? Anybody else? Because we're just gonna. Some people submitted a couple of questions before. But anybody want to come on with your audio and video, or just your audio? All right. Don't forget, if you are enjoying the episode, smash the like button, ladies, and spam the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Okay.
And share.
Yes. Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Sure. It sure is. Make sure you share. All right. Jeanette says, man, if the man knows how to make rice, it's true. It is true. I don't think I realized how good rice really is until you started making it. Like, he has it down to like a science.
Take that, Diddy.
Yeah. Don't start stuff. See? Big wooden spoon. My mother can cook. Don't come over here acting silly. You always stir in the pot. That's why I call him my big spoon. All right. The Robertson family, welcome. So glad to have you. Oh, so good to have you. We've been having a very spirited conversation. All right. Let me share the question of the day again for anyone who hasn't already answered. Question of the day: is it okay for married people to have opposite sex close friends outside of your spouse? Okay. We're not talking about just casual, I know you, you know me, actual friendships where your hubby or wifey, they're not involved. Okay. Is that okay?
And no work husbands.
Right.
It should be known what kind of how many lumps you want in your coffee?
How many lumps of sugar?
You know what
No.
they say in the cartoon? Like, how many lumps?
How many lumps?
Sugar lumps?
No. Okay, so one lady asks, how do you step back and let your husband lead? Okay, so they're asking me. I do it with God's help. So, well, first of all, I should ask you, do you believe that I do that? Do you believe that I let you lead?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can be very confident and he's over there thinking, but you don't.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I don't think initially, well, I know initially I was not doing that. Initially I wasn't. And that was just my ignorance, my immaturity, but thank God we pushed through it, and I think it's brought us closer. But for me, just realizing my own, and this is going to sound so cliche, but femininity, like truly embracing that and realizing that I don't want his role. I think because I've always been a strong person, outgoing, very opinionated. And then in my profession, I have to stand alongside men and make sure I garner the same respect as them. So, I wasn't always able to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that was something that was a thorn initially in our marriage, I think for a while, but I wasn't aware of it. And I think those are one of the things that you were talking to God about, like, unbeknownst to me at that time. So really and truly, I lean on God with that. And there are many times Holy Spirit and I were always talking, because I'm like, Holy Spirit, help me in this moment to know how I need to react and respond and how I should operate. But really, it was just realizing I'm a woman. I want to be a woman. I do enjoy soft living. I do enjoy letting him lead. And so I support that. I endorse that. God gave men broad shoulders because they have to handle a lot. We have broad hips. We carry a lot. It's just, it's just different things within our marriage that we are built for,
Mm-hmm.
So the way I do that, I literally step aside and step into my feminine like my feminine self. I don't try and do masculine things, because that's how I do it. So, but drop in the comments, ladies, how do you step back and let your husband lead? I think that's a whole nother conversation about what that means, but that's my broad answer.
I'm gonna ask that real quick.
Okay. So Tracy, were you concerned about your hubby being divorced? Did you have a conversation about it? Because of ignorance, no, I was not concerned, because I didn't know to be concerned. I come from a family where my parents have been together, like I said, basically since age 14 and 17, they were talking. So, and prior to meeting Ron, I'm trying to think, I hadn't been divorced yet. So no, I hadn't been exposed to divorce in my own life at that time, as in like no close family members had gone through it. So to me, it wasn't even a thing to be concerned about. It was just something that happened. Now, I realized that there were things that, I should have thought about and, prepped myself for, but I don't think I was concerned because I didn't know to be concerned. What was more concerning was the fact that, he had these two lovely children, and I was worried, which I talked about this last week, that I would have to, like be their mother in place of their actual mother, which was not the case. I found out, being a bonus mom is very different from, what I thought it was, in a good way. So no, I wasn't concerned.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody do it though, to be honest. I'm just being
really
selfish. No, I don't think you should do that. It's just too much.
Yeah.
There's baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
So
baggage.
even after you got yours, you even how beautiful this is.
I was selfish though. I mean, no, I'm saying for you.
You mean like as
like marrying somebody who was divorced, unless it was a death or something. I don't, because there's a lot of bitterness.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids kind of struggle. Like our wedding, my son was tripping.
Yeah.
He taking pictures. We taking family pictures. He looking this way. Like, I'm like, you messing up the picture, bro. Like,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was tough. But right now, it's all love now. But that was kind of rough.
Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know to be worried about it. I didn't know. So, okay. The Robertson family says, we believe that it is okay. We both have friends of the opposite sex that we've been friends with for many years. Also, we have been together for 20 years, married for 15, and there are no secrets. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, if that works for you, then I mean, there are no secrets. So no secrets, really. No, I'm not saying that we have secrets, but all right. That's you had been together for a while though. Like together for 20 years. I think well, married for 15. We had a 19 year. I think Miss Jackson was 19. Yes.
No secrets.
No secrets. That's wonderful. All right. Let's see. Question of the day answer. I believe you're answering this, Miss Tina. Absolutely not. All right. Okay. Let's see. Someone. Okay. We kind of talked about that already. Okay. This one right here.
What about that one?
Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. All right. Somebody else sent in. I love my husband dearly, but can you put up the question of the day again? I love my husband dearly, but we are at the point where we have different views, and I felt as though I never dated enough before choosing my life partner. I asked God, why did he put us together if we'll be at odds, or why put us together if we are different in the areas that mean the most to me? So all in all, I struggle with knowing that God has ordained our marriage and I need to trust him. I prayed a lot before we settled as a couple, and I told God that if it's not meant to be, please take me from it. So I'm working on maintaining my faith when things don't seem to go the way I want them to go. Yeah. What do you say about that, babe?
Well, first off, God don't make mistakes. So
preach.
When Adam, and to my understanding, when Adam saw Eve, he's the one that chose her. See, I believe that God will put the woman in place, and it's your point to choose. Because if he choose the person for you, that means he makes mistakes. Right now, there's 52%, because we're in a fallen world, So that's number one. I think whatever signs that she saw them before. Everybody sees signs, you just ignore them. You know what I mean? Because most people, when they want something, they're going to ignore the signs. And once they get it, that's when they see everything is revealed. But you already saw it. You already knew he goes out all the time. And all of a sudden, once you get together, you're like, why do you keep going out? Why don't you spend time with me? Or vice versa. Yeah, so that's just a little bit kind of piggyback on it.
Okay. So I agree with what Ron said. And, when I look at this, I say, okay, you took, the vows for better or for worse. And I know, again, we were never at the point where we were thinking about divorce. I think that's something that, we took off the table very early. And that's just something I think every couple should take off the table. Like that's not an option. Divorce is not an option. So we don't talk about it. We don't, in the pit of an angry fight, we don't know. We're not talking about that. I think that's really important. But 1 Peter 3 verses 1 and 2, that's what I lean on. That's what I leaned on when I was praying to God about certain things, that I wanted to improve in our marriage. And it really helped me. And I know I talked about this quite a few times in other episodes, but I really leaned on that. And in essence, that Bible verse says that, wives, submit to your husbands, right? It also says, wives, focus on God, do your part, serve the Lord, so that your husbands can see you doing that, not using your words, not arguing, bickering, but God, your husband will see, and then he will come to glorify God. He will come to God more so because of you and what you're doing. And so you can win him over without words. And, I added a lot to that, just because, you want to get the fullness of the verse. But I urge you, if you are in a marriage and you're thinking, okay, well, maybe your spiritual walk is further along than hubby, or maybe there are things that, you see that really should change and improve. Remember, you're not Holy Spirit. And my mother tells me that all the time, about anything. She's like, you're not Holy Spirit. You can't change anything. You can plant seeds, but what you need to do is you need to be the best you through Christ. And when I read that Bible verse and just took it to heart and said, okay, I'm going to just work on myself, that was really what started things. Because I remember you came after I came to him, and I shared this before, and just asked for his forgiveness, because I realized that I was out of place with many things in our marriage. I went upstairs. I asked you for your forgiveness. And how did you feel when I did that? I never asked you that. How did you feel? Like, were you shocked about that?
Were we fighting? I don't remember.
No, we weren't. I don't think we were fighting, but there was just like a strain in the marriage. Like there was like a strain that had been, but I don't think we were fighting.
I don't think I felt anything, honestly.
Were you shocked?
Probably more actions, like the actions. I was shocked. Like when I saw the transformation.
Yeah. Okay.
Words.
See, I'm more of a verbal, right? But he's more of an action. So when I came, Holy Spirit revealed to me, hey, you're out of place in, a few things. And I went and I asked for his forgiveness. And he's like, okay, that's cool. But then you said that you actually saw the change in me. And then that's what actually made him want to change some things as well.
Right.
And that's exactly what the Bible verse says. So 1 Peter 3, verses 1 and 2.
Yeah.
All right. You had something?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll talk about it in a minute. But I think also it stems from, you have to know, like, it's like if you buy a car. You can't just willy-nilly buy a car. You got to check the Carfax to see what kind of damage this car has, because you're going to inherit that problem. And sometimes men been in relationships, or they didn't see a good relationship, or a woman, with their parents, and they have this preconceived notion about how a relationship is supposed to run.
Yeah.
And that can be a huge issue. But I would like to know more about what's going on, with that topic, because it could be, why are you not happy? And really, to me, marriage is not about relationships. It's like about action. You have a job to do, and that's why it keeps me focused when the flesh get in the way. Like I was like, all right, I still have to love you and do whatever, even if I'm mad. So yeah, I might make that rice and I'm banging things around, but I still have to,
you might not talk to me when you're making the rice.
Put that light in there, but so I just do my job. You do, and I'm a sports background, so I know if you do your job and your position, things will work. Everybody do their job, with that. And also, who knows, like, is it a broken marriage? Are they coming together? Is because a lot of times when you remarry someone that has kids, like a female, they're not going to love you like they love the kids. They pick the kids first. You know what I mean? You ever notice in relationships that I know people where they'll never love the husband as much as they love that kid for some reason. So he can't never.
You think that's always the case, though? Or
yes.
often?
No, broken home. We're talking about broken homes. Broken homes. If a woman have kids and she's coming to another relationship, a lot of times she don't play about her kids. So, in my opinion, you ain't married till you fight. Like, people think they married. You ain't like I said. If you ain't a doctor till you mess somebody up. So.
Right. So basically, it's like the experience. You have to kind of go through those things to see what you're made of, and what happens, because
how you bounce back.
Right. yeah. Then we're married.
You ain't a boxer till you get knocked out.
Right. You're shadow boxing.
Wake up like Jello.
Yeah. Okay. And then that's true. Okay. Thank you, ladies. These are good. All right. I think it's a season. Prayerfully, things will work out, especially if there's still fidelity and an absence of physical or emotional abuse. Right. And that is true. So there is that caveat of, infidelity.
Gotta get that Carfax. That dude might be cheating the whole time.
Yeah, So I think obviously there are some caveats. So if there's safety issues, then that's different. Abuse, infidelity. Yeah, I think
it could
those
be
are
money.
Yeah.
The dude ain't good with money. The girl ain't good. We don't know. We don't need more details, but why aren't you? She's saying praying to God for things. I mean, you do have to pray to God for it, but there's a point where you have to give a little, because a lot of times you're fighting over something, like you're tugging. You got to meet in the middle at some point,
Yeah, sometimes and that kind of goes back to what Tracy was saying, that sometimes it's just your pride.
Yeah,
it's really just pride. We really truly have to, in marriage, you really have to agree that compromise sometimes is the only answer. You're not always going to have a winner. There has to be some kind of compromise. Yeah. Okay. Pray for improvement. Yeah. Of yourself. Exactly. And that's what I was saying. That was the approach that I took, and I just continue to take in general, is watch what happens after you pray and, improve yourself. Yeah, absolutely. All right. That one?
Yeah, good.
Okay, so the next question, men want sex. Okay, so if you have little ones in the room, now would be the time to usher them out. Okay, grown lady chats. Men want sex all the time. What's too far? What's too much? What's not enough? So I'll let you answer first.
Man, what Paul say?
What did Paul say, baby?
Your body, mine. That's what it said. That's all I read. I don't need to know no more.
He has that part memorized.
Just saying.
Let's see. Remember we are on the same team. Yes. Okay. So, we are made.
Shout out to Paul.
We're made. Yeah, we're made differently. Like men and women have different needs when it comes to that. But even before we get to that part, I think as women, because we have so many hats that you wear. If you're not careful, you'll be burdened with the cares of life and then forget to take care of the bed and the bedroom, and so that is very important. Like it needs to be healthy, and that part is important. So what's too much? I mean, I think that you and he have to feel each other out and respect each other, but at the same time, a lot of what's really happening when it comes to like sex drive is really just hormone management and stress management and being so involved in the cares of the world or work or financial stress or kids, all of these things that are taking away from the intimacy that leads to the physical connection, So I think when I read a question like this, I think there is some disconnect in that department. Like maybe there's like stress and all, so other things happening. Mm-hmm. Why maybe she feels
some girls are saying into that.
But I feel like there has to be a reason behind it. Unless, it could be a medical reason, right? But sometimes they're just a psychological, emotional, hormone-related, stress-related reason.
Because I know couples where the woman just don't want to do it. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell this what happened. Ain't this a little tacky? I heard this recently. So my friend and his wife, they made a bet basically, and if she turns him down, she has to give him $5.
Whoa!
So he called me up. He was like, "Man, I'm getting it all the time, dog." He's just excited and everything, right?
No.
So then all of a sudden he was like, "Man, I gotta tell you something. This is the 4th day. She come home from work and she's like, "Man, just take the money, man. What's your cash app?"
No, are you serious?
Yes. Like, what kind of game? Oh. I'm like, bro, you're a prostitute, bro.
Oh no, that's actually really sad. That's actually really sad. Yeah, no.
He was like, she came.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Yeah,
because she's a nurse, and she came back from like, I think she worked like all day on a Saturday. She was like, "Oh man, I'm done." She was like, she's like, man, just take the $5, man. Look, where my pocketbook? I was like, y'all doing that?
But see, I think like as even that we're laughing about it, but like that is a deep seated.
She clearly don't have.
But
no
I think
interest.
To me,
and
maybe
it's after the baby. This is what he said. He said before the baby, it was every day. Once they had that baby,
yeah. But see, that's what I'm saying though, and maybe this is just the doctor in me. I feel like there has to be something medical going on there. Mm-hmm. If there was such a drastic switch, you know what I'm saying? There was such a drastic.
She must be tired every day.
She was just tired.
She works 2 days a week. I think you might change that answer. She works 2 days a week. She works Saturday and Sunday. The rest you just watch the kid. He's 2 years old.
Yeah. This is interesting. Okay. So Tracy said, take care of each other all day, and the things at night will take care of themselves. That's true too, though, because
it's a lot of work.
But we're talking about like foreplay throughout the day.
Who got time for
we're talking about the things that you do to love on each other throughout the day. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't know. I think for women,
you don't got time for that. No, I got time for that.
But we're not talking about like touchy foreplay. We're talking about, oh hey babe, I know that you needed this. I'm going to do it for you. We're talking about consideration. You're laying the groundwork so that you don't just try and just roll up on somebody in the middle of the night like. No, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, because there are some times when
women you might not want to hear that, but women are made for men. No matter, it didn't say anything about not to say I'm not doing it. We won't do it.
Right.
But there's nowhere it says romance in the Bible.
It does not. It does not.
It says you.
However,
he
it
was
does
bored.
say you should chase. You should chase
He
us.
took the
It does say chase.
cling.
Right? So you have to be clingy.
We naturally do.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that means to me. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Emotional foreplay. Thank you, Tina. That's what Tracy. That's what we're talking about. It's the little things throughout the day. You want to warm up the car before you dash down the highway.
What if you do all that and you can't even dash down the highway?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a problem. That's a problem, ladies. That would be a problem. If you know that hubby's doing what he's supposed to do.
You're sitting there trying to jump the car. It's not going.
Trying to jump them.
It's just sitting in the yard.
Pun intended. No, but I'm saying trying to jump the car. But for real though, if you know that hubby is doing to the best of his ability and you're still not, giving him what your marriage needs, okay? Because sex is for me. It is also for Ron, okay? So if that's the case.
Most women don't have orgasm.
Yeah, I can't speak to that.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not speaking of our situation,
yeah.
but I'm just saying most people don't, so they don't have any interest in that.
But maybe that's a conversation that you should have with
before you got married.
Well, hey. Yeah. You're my one and only, so I'm pleased. Anyway,
I'm just going off of what I heard though, for real.
Yeah,
that's what I hear. So,
but I'm saying those are kind of things that you should be able to talk about with your hubby, and say, hey, this is, this might please me better. Have that conversation. If you're one that you're feeling like, ooh, have that conversation and bring it up. Maybe say, here's what I like, or what do I do that you like? Ask him, and maybe that might open the door for a conversation about how to better please each other physically. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good way to have the conversation.
What's the next one?
Oh, hold on. There's something I wanted to respond to that I want to show here. Okay. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up was because you said that you're the one initiating. So initiation, that thing, I think as a woman, mm-hmm. that has helped just, continue to spur and add more fuel to my libido, mm-hmm. is when I initiate. Like it just, I don't know, it's like a sexual empowering type thing when I started.
I feel the same.
I know you co-sign that, but that's another
Surprise
thing too.
Is the best element.
Yeah. So I think that's actually really healthy because guys don't always want to be the ones. You know what I mean? Like some guys want to feel wanted.
That's the cheat code right there.
Boom.
All you gotta do is just do it. You don't have to say nothing.
Yeah. Just like
you don't want to be like, so I'm getting off of work. I'm gonna get some eggs at the store. Then when I get the kiddos to bed.
Yeah. Just do it. So initiate. Okay. All right. And so I think that's it. Those are the questions. This has been so much fun. We still have people joining. And we start at 7 o'clock every Thursday live.
Man,
so
I hear about that Monique stuff. What y'all think about Monique?
Oh,
I'm just saying that because there was a D.L. Hughley, if y'all knew what was going on, she went on Club Shay Shay, a grown man named Shay Shay.
I know. That sounds so.
He must be hey girl.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
But she was on there just attacking the people she had issues with, and so DL went back at her, and then her husband got on. I wouldn't feel comfortable you arguing with another man. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have to step in.
Yeah.
I don't think she should be going on the show, but he was right there.
But see, but
you know what I mean?
So you would think that he should have been the one to.
He should have told her not to go on that show and do that. Obviously, he's her manager as well, the husband. But I don't think she should have done that. She should have went behind closed doors and talked to him, mm-hmm. or let their husband talk to him. Mm-hmm. Because it's kind of embarrassing. He's another man's cussing your woman out.
Yeah,
live on
because then now
it's viral now.
Right, as a woman, if a man is being aggressive toward me, mm-hmm. and my husband is there, I'm gonna step back and expect for my husband now to fight that battle.
Right.
So it's like
you shouldn't even take the strays.
That's
like
what I'm
the man
saying.
should have been.
Yeah.
That wouldn't make any sense. So maybe they need some money or something.
Yeah.
But that's that was it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being on tonight. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Yay. I'm so happy. This was such a great chat. I hope that all of you, you enjoyed it. I think I learned a lot. Your perspective on things. Very, very funny. But I learned a lot. So I'm really grateful. And I hope that, this could spark a conversation between you and your hubby. So again, sometimes instead of saying, here's what doesn't work, maybe ask a question. Try and elicit something from him first that, you could work on. And, that kind of softens things. It opens the door for a healthy conversation versus here's my checklist. This is what you're not doing. What do you think, babe?
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
All right, ladies. Yay. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. Thank you. Before you leave, don't forget to smash the like button. Okay. Smash the like button, spam the comment section, and subscribe.
And if you have anything to promote, email her.
Yes.
We do some sponsorships and whatnot.
See, he's my hubby manager.
Absolutely.
All right. So remember, let me just do a quick PSA. So we have new episodes every Monday at 7 p.m. and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Thursday is always going to be a live episode. Okay. So live episodes. Now this Monday, we're doing part 2 of the professional organizing. Okay, so chat with Jasmine. You guys have really been enjoying that. If you haven't seen part 1, I have already linked it down in the description. As soon as we end tonight's episode, you can just click on that. All right, so part 2 of that is on Monday. And then on the 22nd of February, we're having a full panel discussion of Christian women. Okay, we're going to be talking about submission in marriage. Yeah, it's going to be really, really good. We have all age ranges confirmed as far as women who are going to share their experiences, as well as different location demographics. We have different marriage times, so how long you've been married. So we have a good array of women who are going to talk and share their experiences about how they actually practically do submission in marriage. I know it's a hot topic. All right, so make sure that you ladies tune in. Don't forget to tune in on every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Okay, Monday and Thursday, 7 p.m. All right, ladies. So this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that is it for tonight's episode. Thank you so very much for being here. Jody, I will reach out to you because you are our giveaway winner for tonight. So until Monday, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone. Oh, I had to say thank you to my special guest. Thank you, special guest. Thank you so much for being here. He got brownie points, ladies. Like he got brownie points.
All right now.
So thank you so much.
Marlene. All right now.
Yes, Mama Marlene. I really do appreciate you. It was wonderful. Thank you for being here.
It was fun.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So until Thursday or until Monday, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.